Due to these unfortunate events, everybody is looking for a small car, for an affordable car right now, especially the persons who are traveling through public transport and now are looking for a very affordable car which is easy to drive, easy to park and easy to afford as well. So we have today the Datsun Redigo. The new model, which is a very premium model, which has a lot of features at a very affordable price. The base price is at only 2,86,000. And this particular variant is at 4,19,000 only. All the variants will be listed here and you can choose any one of them. And today we are going to drive it because it has many features. The engine is quite powerful and quite powerful for this car. Yes, it is. So today we are going to review this car in detail and you will definitely get all the information you need, like the warranty, after sale service, the best price, the quickest delivery, of course. Yes, you heard that right. And also I'm going to tell you how the car is from inside the cabin, the engine, the noise, everything, each and everything. Stay tuned till the end to watch every detail of this particular car. Hello friends, welcome to the Car Guide. My name is Rishabh and today we have the Redigo for all of you. Before continuing with this video, I would like to inform you that do follow us on Instagram because we upload latest news, latest offers, and also we do live sessions every Sunday on Instagram. So do follow us. The carguide.rishabh is the handle. And of course, if you are from Punjab and looking for a new car, any car, whether it's the Datsun, Seltos, Creta, Venue, Skoda, Volkswagen, any car, you can always message me on this number to get best rate, quickest delivery and test drives, and in fact the delivery at your home as well. So message me. This is free of cost. You can definitely message me anytime. Now let's begin with the walk around of this vehicle. So you get a new set of headlamps here with the indicator option and the very beautiful chrome lining as well. It's getting hotter now, but it's fine. So you get a really nice looking headlamps here, and then you get the LED DRLs here, which looks really impressive in the day, even in the night, and they're quite bright actually. And you get the LED projector headlamps here. The grille is massive and this is all matte black, but you get a chrome surrounding design here, which gives it a good road stance, and you will get a good road presence as well for a smaller car like this. So there are not alloy wheels here, you will get steel wheels only, 14 inches. Then you get a wheel cover here. The tire size is perfectly fine. I feel it is good. If you talk about the section, then it gets 165 by 70 R14, and these actually look like an alloy wheels from a far eye. Definitely it does. So you get a Datsun badging here, then you get an indicator here. There are no indicators on the ORVM because this is not an electrically adjustable, foldable, or you don't get the turn indicators on the ORVM as well. Of course there are no roof rails. The antenna is quite big because it's an affordable car. Then you don't get a keyless entry. However, the key has an lock and unlock feature which you can operate. So moving on to the rear profile, you get LED lamps here, then you get a bulb as well. It's a mixture of LED and normal bulbs setup, and you get the indicator and the reverse parking light as well. So Redigo badging here, Datsun badging here, and good thing is you get a reverse parking camera in this model as well, along with the reverse parking sensors too. The camera is here, Datsun badging is here, but there are unfortunately no defoggers or wiper at the back. But again, at a price you are paying, you're getting a lot of features. Now let's move on to the maintenance. So you get a 5-year unlimited kilometer warranty, which is quite impressive from the Datsun company, and you won't find any problem in that. But if we talk about the after sale service, you might find a little difficult to get all the spare parts you need if they are required, if any need. But if you're going for service, regular service and everything, if everything is perfectly fine, you won't find any problem at all. Moving on to the resale value. So the resale value wise, if we talk, you won't get enough money out of it because you have invested a little amount, so you'll get a little amount. So you won't be disappointed with the money you are getting back, but definitely you can't compare it with other brands like Maruti or Hyundai in the case of resale value. Brand reputation wise, Nissan is a very good brand, a reputed brand and a trustworthy brand. Same goes for Datsun. You won't find any problem in there, helping each and every customer, even if they are buying old models or new models like the Ready Go. Talking about the next point, the feature list. You get a 8-inch touchscreen with Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, of course the AC controls where you can manually control all the AC settings, and then you get a USB port aux option, and to lock and unlock the car there is a button here. You also get a 12-volt socket for all the charging needs. Then you get some storage spaces that we'll talk about later. The MID is a very small MID on the right side which shows the RPM range and the kilometers as well, and the speedometer is of course analog and some little controls also. Then obviously you get the wiper options here. There's only one wiper, and on the right side you get the light controls and the indicator as well. The key is a standard key. This is not a push button start or anything else. It is a very standard key with a lock and unlock feature, and you don't get a push button start option and a request sensor or keyless entry of any sorts. Then to control the windows, you can control it from here. The buttons are placed near the gear lever, and the ORVMs are not electrically adjustable, all foldable of course. This car does not have all the fancy features, but the basic needs are covered in this particular car. Now if we talk about the interior parts and the quality of the parts, that is very important. So this is hard plastic, the chrome lining is here looks good, but the quality could have been better, especially the gloss part and the chrome part here. But this hard plastic on the dashboard looks good, and the quality is perfectly fine. This particular area of the silver line, it also looks good, but the same goes there, that the good looking part, this could have been better in the term of quality. And then if we talk about the buttons and everything, you get a superior quality button, no issues there, and all the parts are perfectly fit and assigned, and you won't find any problem at all. Now the rear space is important as well, as most of the people think that in a small car or in a affordable car you won't get enough comfort or enough support, leg support, or enough space for a comfortable ride, but it is not true in the case of Ready Go. Because I get plenty of leg room, then again I get plenty of under thigh support as well, which is missing in compact sedans, compact SUVs, and it is better than that. Surprising yet? Yes, it is. So the point is that you get a lot of under thigh support, and the headroom is also very good according to the price of this car, and you get a plenty of headroom. My height is 5'8", 5'9", and you can judge the leg space I am getting and the headroom as well. So it's a good car in terms of storage, and especially for the comfort wise. The padding is also good. However, only 2 persons can sit comfortably. Third person could be a child, I can say, but 3 adults cannot sit on the rear seat of this Ready Go. However, you get integrated headrest here and here as well, and I think the front one should be adjustable headrest, but unfortunately they are the integrated headrest only. So you get no partial shelf here, so you have to keep the stuff here like this, or you can open the boot as I've shown, but the size of the boot is really small, so it does not really matter that you get a partial shelf or not. But ultimately the comfort here is fine, but you don't get any speakers, you don't get power windows here on the rear side, even on the top variant, and you don't get a rear AC vents or even USB charging or any of that sort as well. So you don't have storage behind it. However, there is some storage on the door panels with one bottle and some things, but there is no map pocket here. So that's perfectly fine. I think the price you are paying, you're getting more than enough. Now let's talk about the driving part of this vehicle. So starting with the safe and secure feature, or the safe and secure point. So the car is adequately safe. The door panels could have been better, of better quality, but ultimately when you sit in this car, you feel that it is a very secure, it is a very safe car. This is the feeling, this is what I feel, this is my opinion only. Next point is the ergonomics, that whether the buttons here are placed well or not. So all the buttons are placed amazingly well. The positions are perfectly fine. The volume knob is here. The touchscreen is really responsive and you can control it very well. You won't find any problem. You won't have to stretch your arm or anything. You can adjust the ORVMs from the joystick here, but you cannot adjust the ORVM on the left side because it is not electrically adjustable from the door panel. But ultimately, the ergonomics wise, you get a lot of storage spaces here and you can reach your phone, wallet, keys, anything you want very easily. However, the window controls are on the center and not on the door panels, so you will face a little difficulty to find the right switch to operate the windows here. Moving on to the next point, the driver's comfort. So I get a lot of under thigh support, which assures that I won't be tired at all on the long drives, and the back support is perfectly fine. It gives you a hugging effect. However, the fabric could have been a little better, but at the price you are paying, you're getting amazing features and amazing quality and everything, so no doubt in that. Actually, we have always driven premium cars, and we expect this Radigo also to have a really good interior or upholstery, you can say. But the price you are paying, you're getting amazing products, stuff and features as well. So talking more about the driver's comfort, all the buttons are well placed. I can use them. However, there is no armrest on the left side, which is a little bit of problem, and on the right side you don't get any padding, but you get an armrest which is hard plastic on the door panel actually. Next point is the NVH levels. So the noise from this engine actually comes inside the cabin at around 3000 rpm and not before that. Definitely some vibrations are there. The refinement is okayish, but there are some vibrations. You can feel on the clutch pedal, you can feel it on the steering as well, but you won't feel the vibrations on the gear lever, which is a good thing, and of course. So the next point we have is acceleration and braking. Acceleration wise, of course, the 54 PS power and the 72 Newton torque is a little less if we talk about more premium cars or not, but ultimately for the price you are paying for a 800cc engine like this, you get a decent amount of power. And right now there are 3 persons sitting in the car, and with all the camera equipments for shooting and everything, so there's a good amount of pickup. For highways you feel a little lack of power, and if you want to overtake any vehicle, you will have to shift down the gear, but you get the power at around 2000 to 3000 rpm, and after 3000 you just get the sound, you just get the noise inside the cabin, nothing else. So the power lies between 2000 rpm and 3000 rpm. So braking is quite effective. Moving on to the next point, the transmission. So the transmission is perfectly fine as the gear lever is light, the clutch is very light, the distance travel for the gear lever and the clutch is also very less. So in the city conditions you won't find any problem shifting the gears again and again, and you won't get tired at all. Next point is the steering feedback. The steering feedback is perfectly fine, the accuracy is good. I like the steering feedback. But ultimately the city drive is fine, okay, but on the highways I feel that the steering could have been a little heavier for better stability and better control. On the cities is perfectly fine, so appropriately light, and just like any person would want, you won't find any problem at all. Now the next point is suspension. Suspension wise I'm quite impressed because the suspension is really soft and you get a very cushiony ride, and you won't find any jerks, you won't feel any jerks at all. However, there is a slight noise of the suspension inside the cabin on big potholes and on big suspension only. There are no tire or road noise inside the cabin. I can't say no, but there is very minimum. The good thing about this suspension is, despite of its softness, you won't find any body roll in it, because the major reason behind that is the length of the vehicle and the wheelbase of the vehicle. As it's very less, so you won't find any body roll at all. The turning radius is perfectly fine. You can easily maneuver this vehicle in city conditions, and it's very easy. It's very easy. So the basic acceleration lies between the first and the second gear, and at the price you're paying, you're getting a lot of features, undoubtedly. Moving on to the next point, the visibility. So by visibility I mean how the driver is looking at the road. So because of the size, the bonnet is quite sloping and you get a very good view of the road, and you won't find any problem in that case. The pillars, the A pillars, the left and the right pillars are perfectly well placed and perfectly well sized, so they won't disrupt you between the view, and you'll get a perfectly nice view. The IRVM is perfectly sized and you get a huge nice view on the back, and the ORVMs are also good. And so the visibility point here, I have no complaints at all. You get a decent above average view of all the surroundings around the car. So this was the detailed walk around and review of the latest Ready Go. If you like this video, hit the like button, definitely share this video and subscribe to our channel with the bell icon as well. Comment below what do you think about us and this particular car. Do follow us on Instagram for all the latest updates. Even if I miss anything, you can message me on Instagram or in the comment section. I'll try to get back to you very soon. Check out the description for more information, and until then, drive safe and take care. See you in the next video.